Flying a Tinker Toy aircraft is not as simple as opening the door, getting in, and revving her up. First, you have to build it out of chromoly pipe, an aircraft tube, and nylon and wires. Lots and lots of wires to control and hold it all together.
The wings are about stressed for about 6 Gs. That's what we were shooting for when we build it, and that's due to the strength of the flying wires, which are connected to the aircraft bottom part of the fuselage and going up to the wing.
It's really the ultimate erector set, a cross between a go-kart, a chainsaw, and a hang glider. The building has been drawing onlookers in Hawaii for the last 2 days, and that's really the reason the flight has been rescheduled for tomorrow morning. There's nothing really wrong with the weather, but the assembling is a bit behind schedule. But make no mistake about it, when the Wrong brothers finish stretching nylon and wires and slipping bolts into place, these strange birds do fly, and that's the payoff no erector set ever offered.
The worst part is before the trip is once you get in the airplane, you're part of it, and your fears go away, but it's thinking about it for so long before, but not really a scared feeling, except more or less a respect for the aircraft, respect for the weather.
The fear may well come back again tonight, waiting for the start of the flight to Oahu tomorrow morning. A first ever flight. That's as close as Wesley can get to explaining the why.
We're going for an overwater record flight of ultralight aircraft. Nobody's ever done it, so we're sort of establishing a record. And ever since the first time I saw one of these, I wanted to fly one and establish a record of going over water. It's something that interests me, and it's exciting and it's different, so I've always done things like that.
But traditionally, the doers have had trouble explaining the why of their efforts. Wes and Tim Friesen are definitely doers this time, and tomorrow morning they will show us all. Jim Scouten, News Center 4. Dawn. From Polo Point on the Big Island, a last chance to check the Wright Flyers planes, check the guy wires, the 20-horse snowmobile engine, and then they are off. Tim and Wes Friesen lifting off for a record-setting attempt by ultralight aircraft. The next stop will be Olamana Golf Course on Oahu, but first there are 139 miles to travel across open ocean, the only margin of safety, the Mae West life vest each of the flyers is wearing. The brothers have decided on a windward side route running along the north coast of Maui and Molokai. They're getting help today from an easterly tailwind. Their airspeed indicators are reading 40 to maybe 45 miles per hour, but their ground speed is closer to 50. The conditions for the flight are just about ideal, but it does get a little rough passing Maui. Rough enough that the advertiser photographer in the full-size chase plane comes up airsick. But for the Wrong brothers, the flight is as uneventful as they have expected. Except for one incident, Tim crossing his legs to signal the chase plane that he has to go to the bathroom. But inadvertently, he hits the kill switch, shutting off his engine. However, that is only a momentary surprise. He simply gives the starter rope a couple of tugs, and he is once again chasing his brother. It's now 9:05, and the crowd of golfers at Olamana is getting interested. The last position report puts the brothers just past Molokai as they continue to cook along well ahead of schedule. There's a welcoming committee of sorts out as the planes approach Oahu. Captain Irwin is up feeding reports to Aku on the flight, and a stunt flyer is up for an acrobatic welcome. And then, suddenly, they are overhead. West first, cutting slow circles while the golfers clear out below. He is also down first at precisely 9:42. A 3-hour and 2-minute trip from the Big Island. Down second, Tim, of course. Buck Buckwhack from the advertiser is on hand with a $3,000 expense check. The best piece of promotion, he says, he has ever bought. And as far as the Friesens, they are very pleased.
Congratulations, buddy. That's really great.
How does it feel to be down?
Oh, it feels pretty nice.
You guys really like it up there, don't you?
Oh, I had a beautiful trip. It was just fantastic.
You got a good view of Hawaiian scenery. This is the first time you really flew in Hawaii, isn't it?
Oh, it's the only way to see Hawaii.
Anything any different about it?
Well, you know, it's a lot better feeling being out in the open like that, and it's just great. I'm at loss for words right now.
You guys have any trouble at all while you're up there, Wes?
It got a little gusty and bumpy around the Maui area, but besides that, it was a pretty good flight. Piece of cake.
You're here early, aren't you?
Yeah, we had some good tailwinds. They just right along.
That doesn't cause you a problem. It just moves you faster.
Well, it gets a little rough when they come off the islands of places, and a couple times it got thrown around pretty good, but besides that, it was fun.
And then there's the official photo for the advertiser and countless snapshots and autographs and interviews. It takes well over an hour to clear the fairway so the golfers can get back to their game. For Tim and Wes, it's relaxing now. Tomorrow, they will tear down one of the planes to ship it to New York. Shortly, they will be appearing on ABC's Good Morning America. The second bird is already sold to a local enthusiast. You'll see it buzzing the ko'olaus in the weeks ahead. And there's a good chance there will be more coming to Hawaii. The Wright Flyer costs about as much as a Hobie cat. But you don't float, you soar. The closest thing to strapping on wings since Icarus. Jim Scouton, News Center 4.